Namaste and good evening to one and all. Welcome to Leaders Connect 360's episode LC0165. Leaders Connect 360 is CSR initiative by Bija Training and organized by the Mask Leadership. I'm Rashmi Malapur, writer and founder of Research Eye. Leaders Connect 360 started with the specific objective of inviting 1,000 plus leaders and create a million leaders. It is an online hub where every Wednesday from 6:30 p.m. to 7:15 p.m. we learn from top management leaders on Zoom Live, and once in a quarter in each city we have an offline networking meet to network, support, and grow with the leaders. That's when we call it Leaders Create More Leaders. Currently, all are muted, and we will be giving you an opportunity to speak to our guest, Mr. Chacko Jacob, Deputy Manager, Learning and Development, MRF Ltd, and panel discussion leader, Ms. Nirupama Guha, author, NLP Master Practitioner. Before you are unmuted, let me share that we're currently live on LinkedIn, and this episode, LC0165, is being recorded. First-time visitors may click on the WhatsApp, FB, and LinkedIn link on the chat box to get updated by joining us in creating more leaders. All in-house are requested to turn on your videos, which will help in making the episode highly interactive. So, are we all ready to interact with our guest and panel discussion leader? Then share a thumbs up and smiley emoji in the chat box. Thank you. Before the introduction of the guest, let me also introduce Mr. Pankaj, Managing Partner, Bija Training, who will interact with our guest along with the panel discussion leader, Ms. Nirupama Guha. I shall welcome you all. Over to you, Mr. Pankaj.
Thank you, Ms. Rashmi. Good evening, everyone. And welcome you all on behalf of the Leaders Connect, the Mass Leadership, and the BJ Training. And special welcome to our guest, Mr. Chacko Jacob. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, very well, sir. Very well. Thank you so much. So the topic itself is very interesting today. It is passion versus profession, and for sure that we all have some passion and how we can, relate it with our profession. That is what we are going to learn today from Mr. Chacko Jacob. So without taking up much of the time, I'll just take you through the agenda of the day. So as already Ms. Rashmi has initiated the show, we also have Ms. Nirupama Guha, who is our panel discussion leader. So welcome, Ms. Nirupama, to the forum for this panel discussion. So Ms. Nirupama is going to have the panel discussion leader. Then we have Mr. Nellai as our quiz leader. We'll have a summary done by Mr. Senthil Kumar, and the vote of thanks will be done by Ms. Uma. So in a quiz, then the winners will get the book. So we'll share the details about the prize when we'll have the quiz going on. So before move forward, we will also like to officially welcome our panel discussion leader and our guest. For that, I will ask Mr. Arul to play the official video, please, to welcome our guest and panel discussion leader. Arul, can we have the welcome video, please? Thank you so much, Arul. Thank you for the video. And Jacob, sir, we welcome you. Nirupama ji, we welcome you. Over to you, Ms. Nirupama, for the panel discussion.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Nirupama, and I'm delighted to lead today's panel discussion at Leaders Connect 360. Thank you for the wonderful video introduction, Arul, and coming to you. Welcome, Mr. Chacko Jacob. It's great to have you with us, and we are excited to hear valuable insights. And on today's topic, passion versus profession. That's a very interesting topic, and it's a contemporary topic as well. So, Chacko, before we deep dive into our discussion, we would like to hear a few words from you on this interesting topic. So, can you please share us some insights on this, please?
Yeah, sure, Nirupama. So the first question would be like, how does this topic itself come about? Okay, so passion versus profession. Now, see, as a trainer or as a member of the HR department in a top company, I come across many times a person who's very passionate about something. Like, for example, a top 30 finisher in singing on Indian Idol is basically working in our company. Point number one, nobody knows about it. Okay. Point number two, he is doing this in addition to whatever work he does. Correct? Obviously, he loves singing. That's his passion. Okay. And he is somehow making time to fulfill his passion in his profession also. So see what he has to do if he has to sing, as he has to wake up at 6 in the morning, go to some recording studio, sing a song, practice a song, make sure it's coming out well. And whatever happens, 9 o'clock, he has to report to his office, right? Because, I mean, that is his profession. That's what feeds him. That's what feeds his family, right? So that's how this topic comes about, passion versus profession. Is it, I mean, that it has to be passion versus profession? Or can it be passion and profession? So that's what we are going to see in our discussion. Okay, so I'm very open to any questions you may have. And since I lead the learning and development in sales and marketing at MRF, I think I can give you very good answers on this question, because this is something I often face. Sir, should I quit? Should I become full-time singer? Not something like that. Or sir, I'm not able to sing. What should I do? All these are questions that I come across. And hopefully we can get answers to these questions as we continue our discussion. Over to you, Nirupama.
That's very interesting to know, Chacko. I think 30 minutes wouldn't be enough for us to understand more and more, because you would have a lot of employees who come in to you with such queries, and you would have all their personal preferences and over their professional preferences. So very glad to have you here with us, and understanding from you and learning from you through various perspectives that you have. And it's also very interesting to know that you have top 30 of Indian Idol contestant who's employee in your organization. Wonderful. So without much ado, let's get started with our discussion for today, considering the time constraints. So Chacko, let's begin with the fundamental question. In your view, how would you define difference between passion and profession in today's work environment, in continuation to whatever that we have just understood from you?
Okay, Nirupama, let's put it this way. The first thing all of us have to understand is that passion and profession is actually two different things. Yes, if you are lucky enough, okay, for example, you take an actor like Tiger Shroff. His father was an actor. This guy was passionate about acting. So he learned all those things which can make him an actor. He built a body, learned horse riding, learned all these things. He's one of the lucky guys. Passion and profession were the same for him. Okay, it is actually he's looking at the same thing. But for 90% of Indians, passion and profession are two different things. Passion is that which you will do even if you don't get paid for it, don't get any money for it. You love to speak, you speak irrespective whether you get money or not. You like to share. What is profession? Profession is that which puts money on the table to feed your family. Your bread and butter comes through your profession. And so, like I said, You'll be a very lucky person if both your passion and profession can come together, right? And you look at it like this. Now, I'm an example, maybe. I am very passionate about speaking. I speak everywhere. I may speak in a church. I may speak in an anath ashram. I may speak standing on a bench in Madurai bus stand. All of these things I have done. And I don't do that for money. I do it because I love it. Okay. I love to do what I'm doing. I'm lucky. I also got a job in a company which actually understands my passion, creates some kind of a avenue for me to express my passion. At the same time, I can make money. Okay, training is a form of speaking. So actually, my passion is my profession. To be very practical, for many people in India, it's actually two different things. I hope this answers the question. And of course, you can ask me more questions. Right.
Yes, yes. And I can truly make out that speaking with such a compassionate tone and with a very warm smile on your face is truly innate to you. It comes to you innate. So yeah, we can understand that with the short interaction as well. And yeah, it's good that you gave us examples of, and a very good analogy about the tiger and his dad, Mr. Jackie Shroff, and very good analogy to connect with the audience as well, you know, how well it works. And good. Going ahead with this, I would also like to understand from you, Chacko, is it realistic or idealistic to pursue a career based solely on one's passion? If it's why or why not?
Again, it's actually a follow-up to the previous question itself. Okay, is it realistic
Yes.
or idealistic? Okay, now I'm being 100% practical when I tell you, if you were in America or something, right? If you record one song, lifelong you will get royalty for that. And you will make money for that. But in India, that's not the way it works. You record for one song, you are paid for recording that songs. So let us be practical. How many songs can you sing in 1 month? How much do they pay you for singing one song? If you're a very big famous singer, they may pay you in lakhs or crores, and that definitely, I mean, your passion can be your profession. But for a normal guy who has no connections in the film industry, or very normal, he's just singing in birthday parties or going here and there, his friend's birthday party is singing, or he's a passionate singer, but I mean, he will definitely not make enough money to run a family. Can Nirupama, you are also a practical person, you are highly qualified. You can make one. Let's say you get 10,000 rupees to sing a song. And there are hundreds of singers out there, correct? So the maximum you will make if you sing 10 songs, maybe a lakh of rupees. Now, for you or me, maybe that is not enough. For someone else, that may be enough. He's already got his own house, already very secure. So ideally, it depends upon the situation in which you're living in. If you come from a background where you're affluent, wealthy, where this money is really not a question for you, you're well provided for, your mom and dad invested in some SIP and you will get 2 lakhs a month automatically or something like that. If you're in that kind of a situation, then it doesn't matter whether you earn money or not, correct? So you go and sing because you love it, correct? So that's why when you look at the big singers today, most of them come from that kind of background. Examples, I'll give you one example because these examples actually connect more to people. Take Shruti Hassan. She has no need to sing for money. She is a daughter of Kamal Hassan. Okay, her mother is Sarika. Money is not an issue. That's why you see she sings very few songs, and everything that she sings is successful or is a super hit song. Because that pressure is not there on her that if I don't sing well, I will go to the talks, I'll become a beggar. Nothing. She's not worried about that. So the quality shows in the singing. So, like if you ask me whether it is realistic or idealistic, I will just turn the question around this way. You have to be realistic. How much are you getting for singing one song? Are you singing enough songs to feed your family? That is being realistic. Being idealistic is, okay, I am a singer, I am pretty good, many people are appreciating me, but that's not good enough to support you or your family, then I'll definitely say you're not being realistic, you're being idealistic, right? The thing here is that in India, we have to be very clear and very realistic. If I do this, is it enough to take care of me and my family? If it is, good, all the best, you're on the right track. Otherwise, you're being idealistic, you're in a dream world, correct? And that dream may actually spoil everything else for you if you don't convert that into a realistic way of progress, correct? So that would be my answer to that question.
Yeah, so one is about personal fulfillment and the other one is about financial stability and growth that we need to have, considering the sustainable opportunities, financial viability.
Yes.
Apart from this, what are the potential risks and rewards of turning our passion into a profession?
Okay, very good question. Okay, now I will not talk about risk. Risk is there in anything. You run a business.
Could be anything challenging.
Could be anything. Even driving your son or daughter to school is today challenging. Okay, sometimes you think, why am I doing this in Chennai traffic? Why am I doing this job? You will start questioning. But you're passionate about your child coming up in life, so you take the pain and you drop. Even though you may be 5 minutes late and get fired at your office, you still take the time to drop your daughter or son to school or college, and then you go to your office. So there is a pain in that. And there is also a risk in that if you get a puncture or something, you may not even reach office, correct? But what are the rewards? Let me tell you. Now, I'll take my own case, right? I go to office early usually because it's convenient for me. On the way, I drop my son in his office. I mean, he's in his college. It's on the way. And then I go to my office. When he comes back by metro, right? This is how I do it. Now, I will talk about one particular passion that I discovered. Sometimes the passion is something you discover along the way. I had a trainer who actually trains in MRF. He has authored, as of now, 139 books. Out of that 139 books, almost 39 of them he authored during COVID time. Once while speaking to him, he told me, Jax, you're a pretty good speaker. Why don't you write? I'm sure you can make a good writer. I told him, I don't know anything about writing yet. Speaking is easy for me. He said, no, whatever you're speaking, can you just construct it into something? He said, everything else I'll do for you. I'll format it, I'll put it in the correct shape, everything. I'll tell you how to launch it, how to publish it on Amazon, Kindle, everything I'll teach you. So as a first cut, I just wrote something semi-autobiographical. How I started, how I got exposed to a sales course, and then how the inputs from that sales course helped me climb my career. That's all. How the different steps of that sales course at different stages I used to practically in my life, and how it helped me to climb from a 12th fail to a double postgraduate degree holder to working in small companies to right now working in a very big company. I just wrote my story. Okay, it will almost talk like this is what happened to me. We publish it. And that's when I realized that a lot of people are actually watching you on social media and all this stuff. It's not like we think. A lot of people don't know you personally also, but they see that, okay, this guy provides value. They provide and they follow you. I found I'm getting emails from Norway. Okay. My son was reluctant to learn anything new. Your story of how one sales course transformed your life inspired him. He started taking up a calligraphy class, and today he paints beautifully and writes beautifully. He creates beautiful brochures, gets paid for it. Thank you very much. If you didn't write this book and if he didn't read that book, he wouldn't have been doing what he's doing. So this was an encouragement for me. I felt very happy, right? When the feedback came. Then what I did is I already had a habit of posting a small article on Tuesdays and Fridays. So I took up clippings from my book and put it there with a link to my book. I found a lot of people started seeing it. Nirupama will be happy, and I'm happy to tell you. The first book went up to number 2 position in the category of true accounts. Okay. So maybe if I myself would have bought 5 or 10 more books, it would have become number 1. Okay. But I didn't do that. Went up to number 2. Encouraged by this, I wrote my second book, TR2R, Think Right to Riches. Okay. And that one went up to number 2 in the category of philosophy. This is I consider this a very good achievement, because when my book was number 2 in the philosophy list, Sudha Murthy's book was number 6 in the philosophy's list. So I consider it very good achievement. Again, I didn't expect it to do so well. Every Tuesday or Friday, I take a little small content from that book, put it with a link. That's it. Now, today, if you look at it, the reward is very good. If I go for a public program or something, a HR conference or something, a lot of guys from there are coming forward to me. Jack's great book. Okay, he doesn't know me before, but he's seen my face obviously by looking at the book or whatever it is. He comes and says congrats to me. I'm getting a good reward for this now. People who perhaps previously never talked to me are now talking to me. Then I release a third book, which is purely on my subject, USA, Unlock Your Selling Ability. That is also doing very well. I launched it on International Marketing Day and just started putting some promotion material, a small write-up from the book and a link. People are appreciating the write-ups and people are also buying the book, right? So see, when you ask me, risk. Now, when I do this in my company, there is no risk. Essentially, I am getting up at every 5 o'clock in the morning, get ready by 5:30. 5:30 to 6:15, I just sit in front of the computer. It is sometimes difficult. You will not get a single idea and you will be just blank. But sometimes you're in a full flow, idea is flowing. You can type up to 10 pages within half an hour, right? This is how I'm writing my books. I'm getting up early in the morning, okay? And maybe sacrificing a little bit of sleep sometimes, but with a dedicated discipline. Now it's 3 books. The second 2 books are big ones. It's 190 pages, 150 pages. Not easy to write. But this is what I'm saying. If you follow your passion, there is definitely a reward to it. The risk is if your passion is involving doing something which cannibalizes your work time, then there is a risk in it. Somebody will find out somewhere, and then the question will be, how can you do this here? You're getting paid salary here to work for us. How can you go outside somewhere, sing songs and get money for that? Your employment thing clearly tells you shall not seek any alternate opportunity which gives you money. Correct? So writing is safer and little better because in your spare time, your free time, you're writing and you're not writing anything that is contradictory to your company. They're perfectly safe. Correct? So yes, there is risk. There is risk in everything. The question here is, do you want to take the risk or not? Second thing, do you get reward? Yes, of course. If what you're doing is good, it gets good reward also, right? Your peers reward you with their wishes. When you go somewhere, yeah, people say this guy has authored 3 good books, right? I'm happy that in my introduction, they put that I am a deputy manager with MRF Tires, but they also added down, and he has authored 3 books, correct? No, I didn't tell Prakash to do that, but he has found out and he has put that additional information out there, right? There is reward, man. There is reward, Nirupama. Out.
Wonderfully answered, and congratulations on unlocking your hidden potential in writing and successfully becoming an author of these 3 many books. And I really like the title that you said, USA, Unlock Your Selling Ability. It's a very good catchy observation, and the title.
Yeah, that is one more talent which I have because I'm in training. No? I can take up this kind of topics and do that. I have a lineup of books ready, right? Which will keep coming. Okay, which will keep coming one time. I'm also attempting a religious book, which is always much more difficult because I'm not a very holy guy. But hopefully that will also do well. Okay, it'll give you a different perspective of religion, right?
Interesting.
Yes, carry on.
And I would like to have more details from Arul from our Leaders Connect to all the audience about the book details later on in today's call. Sure. Yeah, but very interesting to know when we are talking about the alignment between the passion and profession. But beyond this next step one ahead, so can somebody be truly successful and satisfied if their profession does not align with their passion?
Yeah, surely. It's on your thinking, correct? You must be able to say that from 9 to 6 or 10 to 7, whatever the timing of your company is, you should be very clear. This is the work I do to feed my family. And you should be very clear. Beyond that, whatever time I have, I can pursue my profession. Who's stopping you from going for a dance class at 6 o'clock? Okay. Or you can go to a Kalakshetra and say, can I volunteer? Right? I will help. Yeah, if you give me something, it's welcome, but I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it because I love dance. See, when that passion part comes out, no, people automatically start recognizing that. I'll give you a simple example here. Okay, of a person who's very successful. Prabhu Deva, the dancer. South Indians know him as a choreographer, dance choreographer. But in North India, they know him as a very successful film director. He has directed 700 plus crore films. He has not directed a single small film in his life. Every film is 100, 200 crore collection. If you ask him, no, sir, you get paid 25 crores to direct a Hindi film. Why are you coming to South and dancing for 5 lakh, 10 lakh in a small film? He will tell you, I direct films because that gives me the money to run my house, my family. I dance because it's my life. If I don't dance, I'll die. Simple. He's very clear. Film direction is bringing him the big money. But it's very clear. My entire family is a dancing family. My dad was a dance choreographer. My brothers and sister are dance choreographers. I am a dance choreographer. Dance is in my blood. So I will always do that. Correct? Yes, I do make big money also directing songs, but it cannot be compared to the money I make in directing a film. There's no comparison at all. If you direct a song, you will definitely get a crore or something. But this guy gets 25 crores for directing one film. Huh? And to tell you, his passion is actually dancing. Direction is something he took up so that he can make money and be comfortable. If you talk to him, he will tell you this is actually his story. A clear definition of passion and profession. You can be very successful, right? If you're focused on, yeah, this is what I need to get done, and I will get this done during the time that is provided to me. And once that time is done, and when I'm free, I will pursue my passion. It can be anything. For some people, I'm telling, they play very good musical instruments. When they get a job offer in a company, they take the guitar, throw it in the loft of this house, and come and join the company. Now, what I want to tell you through this talk or this medium is this. Why do you want to keep your guitar in the loft? Carry it with you here. Take it to whichever place you're posted. Your house may be Chennai, you're posted in Madurai factory or Trichy factory or Salem factory or Dahej factory or somewhere. Carry the guitar with you. Who's asking you to play it 24 hours? 15 minutes in the morning, play it. Whenever you feel stressed or tensed, you play it. Music has the ability to remove your stress. And that is a gift which God has given you. You're able to play a musical instrument. Don't waste it. Carry the guitar with you. Some opportunity will come. Some children's day, something will come. Take the guitar, play. People will notice that talent also. And you will feel more fulfilled. Answer to this question is very simple. Yes, even though your passion and profession may be two different things, you can be successful in everything. I'm pretty good at my job. Yeah. Okay. I'm just going through the training of a vice president. I'm just a deputy manager. Vice president's training is just finished today. I mean, from my side, and he gets handed over to marketing, and marketing takes over the rest of his functional training. I think I'm doing pretty well in profession. I'm also doing pretty well in my passion, newfound passion of writing. Okay. I'm doing well in both, right? So you can be successful. Don't get discouraged. Both require discipline. Maintain that discipline and focus. Both you can be successful. Definitely. Thank you.
So very good information on alignment with broader life goals for all of us. Thank you so much. And now coming to the last question, Chacko, how can individual balance financial stability? Because we've spoke about personal fulfillment and we spoke personal fulfillment versus the financial stability and growth. How can individuals balance financial stability with their passion in their career choices?
Okay, very good. See, this again, I'm telling, depends on what is important to you, right? I said there are three things usually a person looks for in a career. One is whether you're learning enough in the company which you are working for. Second thing, okay, is the environment good enough, encouraging for you? And a third thing, usually people don't like to accept that, but it's a simple fact, money. Is the money sufficient for you? Which of these three things are actually driving you? Now, if it is money, you obviously have to see that there is enough money in that, correct? But if you're well set financially in your life, you don't really think money is important. Maybe you're thinking environment is important. Or maybe at that time you think that I'm learning new things every day, that is important. Whatever you think is important. But the fact is this, financial stability is very important. Correct? Now, if you go and ask somebody today, okay, you're passionate about tires. Okay, I'm working for MRF. Yeah, I'm passionate about tires. So if you're passionate to work without salary, then he'll say, no. The passion will instantly evaporate. Correct? So you have to always, as an employer, you have to pay, even if the guy says that it's his passion, you have to pay for his passion. Correct? So when you look at an individual way, correct, you see that whether the stability is there financially first. And if you think that, okay, yeah, in singing, I'm making about 40 to 50,000, and that is enough for me because, okay, I worked for the first 5 years in Africa and I've got enough of savings and I can take the risk. Okay, 40, 50 is enough, but I'll do what I love to do, what I'm passionate about. Then that works. Nirupama, there was a time where I did that. I quit corporate life and did my own consulting. And I was making enough money to lead a successful family. And at that time, when there is a need for a change, God does something amazing. There is an 8-year gap between my two children. Okay, the first guy is 18 and the second guy is 10. Right? The gap was not a planned gap. We don't plan these things. It's just that when I was a consultant, I was really enjoying myself. And at that time, the results, positive results came about, and we had a second child. The first one was a cesarean birth. The second one was a perfect normal delivery. As a woman, you will understand this. Many doctors will say this is impossible. If your first child is cesarean, second one will also be cesarean. My case, my wife, one of the rare people on planet Earth, the first pregnancy was a cesarean and the second one was a perfectly normal delivery. I went to office in the morning and evening I had an additional child. Okay. So to tell you, like pursuit of passion, okay, and financial stability, very important. Once a second child happened, I'll tell you frankly, consulting income was not enough because it is not predictable also. I needed to have more amount of money at my disposal. So I had to join a corporate company because on the 30th, you will get your salary. Correct? Otherwise, with the money I was getting, I was not making enough that the next months I can manage with this month's and all that. Right? So when I got the opportunity, fortunately, MRF was one of the clients that I was actually servicing. I innocently asked the head of learning and development, would you find use of a guy like me? He said, why not? The opportunity comes, we can look at it. Right now, we don't have anything. 3-4 months later, they got back to me saying that a senior person resigned from this profile. You are a perfect match for that. Would you be interested? I said, yes, and I joined. Also got some MRF history. Okay, past, I used to service them as a vendor. I used to do a lot of training for them. So I only had to pick up the administrative side of things, not the training side of things. Okay. So yes, yeah, you can balance. Okay, you can balance. So you should find a way to balance. Okay, right now, is it okay for me to give up all my corporate life and start depending only on writing books? Well, no. Both books might have reached number 2 position, but the income that we generate is definitely cannot be compared to the income I generate in MRF. So to be practical, right? Yeah, it's possible to balance. Depends on what is important for you, right? If the main objective is to make money, no, right now in India, we are not in that level where you can. See, if you were in America, it's different. Every song of yours, whenever it is played anywhere, you get a percentage of amount as a royalty. So very big singers can only sing and they'll be financially fine. In India, you can count those in your hands. Okay, if you're a Haris Jairaj, an A.R. Rahman, Ismail Tarbar or something like that, you might make enough money. But for a normal small guy singing here and there, definitely not enough money, like, to balance and have a financial stable life. I hope this answers helping you to be more practical in life. Okay, it is nice to say or teach, let your passion be your profession and all that. It's nice, sounds very nice in the class. but practically it doesn't work out for everyone. So be balanced. Try to know from where your money comes. The other time that I have free, I can definitely do what I love to do. No one is going to stop you. Company is essentially holding you responsible for that time that they pay you to work for them. Beyond that time, you can do anything.
Agree.
Right. Done, Nirupama.
Well, that's very nice, and wow. And yeah, so just feel like listening to you, more and more. But I would like to
We
wrap
have
up here.
time limitation.
Yes. Okay, but yeah, it's very great to know a lot of insights beyond what I really thought I would hear from you, and a lot of valuable insights. Thank you, Chacko, so much. And it's been a pleasure discussing all these topics with you, each and every question, each and every answer, each and every analogies that you gave us, and each and every connection with the movie industry and with your family, and your son also having his passion of calligraphy, and you also gave us your family story. It's wonderful to know. So that's why I said, just keep listening to more and more. It's very inspiring. And your perspective has given us so much to think regarding the passion, profession, and the leadership, of course, that you are handling in your organization. So thank you so much once again for sharing this evening with us and sparing your time with us. We only wish you all the best for all the future endeavors. May all your words continue. You being a speaker and a very warm speaker, may your words continue to ignite passion.
Thank you.
And inspire countless hearts, I would say. And continued success for your endless creativity in your literary success, that is your writing journey as well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much once again.
Thank you.
Yeah. Over to you, Nele. I think Nele would take over the quiz from now onwards. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Nirupama, for taking up this panel discussion. And Chacko Jacob, sir, amazing. I mean, amazingly put up. And as I try and learn something, okay, so today I can say, if the passion has a face, it's the Chacko Jacob, okay, because I can see that passion when you speak, okay, the kind of positivity, the kind of expression, which comes out, that really shows that what kind of passion you carry in what you do and what you speak. And really, when you have passion, that really brings a lot of conviction. So I'm sure that whatever you're doing, and that's the reason you're author of 3 books, right? I was amazed to see that. So for sure, today I have learned something, that when we say that I have a passion, that passion should be reflected. Okay, this is what I have learned personally from you. So nice discussion between Nirupama ji and with Mr. Chacko Jacob. And for sure, if I have been able to learn something, for sure rest of the people would have also been able to learn. And let's see what they have learned through a small quiz. So for that, I would like to invite Mr. Nelly. He might have definitely coined a very good quiz question for that. So Mr. Nelly, over to you for the quiz, please.
Good evening, one and all, and thanks to Vijay Training for this opportunity. Dear Jacob sir, thank you for the wonderful insights about the passion versus profession, and really impressed about your realistic and beautiful examples such as Prabhudeva and singing or writing and all. And it's inspiring to know that you are transitioned from the being a trainer to a writer, and even it's triggers to get a new passion on writing and all. Also, I understand the importance of whatever the continuous learning and supporting environmental and also financial stability point when you mentioned about the passion. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Let's see who is the lucky winner of this week quiz. And so, fastest fingers first. Let's see who writes. Let's see who writes the correct answer in the chat box. Yes. Just yeah. I just summarized one statement that what is a realistic consideration when pursuing a profession based on a passion? A, ignoring financial stability and focusing solely on a personal enjoyment, and B, ensuring there is a market demand and financial viability in the chosen field, and C, assuming the passion alone will lead to success, and D, believing the passion is irrelevant to the profession or career choice. Just a minute. Yeah, the answer. Yeah, winner of the week quiz is Uma Parameshwari. Yeah, the answer is B. So this week quiz winner is Uma Parameshwari.
Oh, is it? Are we declaring the winner, Nele?
Yes, sir.
So, Ms. Uma, congratulations for being the winner of the quiz today. And I'm really happy to share that today the winner is getting two gifts. Okay. One is a Reparenting Foundation course by author Miss Tapaswini to understand your parenting deeper. And second prize is again Tapaswini's book. It's No Law of Parenting. So congratulations, Uma, for getting two prizes today for this quiz. Thank you so much.
Thank
So
you
Uma,
so
you can
much.
unmute yourself and you can have the opportunity to speak to our guest also, and you can ask a quick question.
Yeah, it was awesome attending, though I had some personal commitments and I couldn't join from the beginning, but I could, within just 2 questions I attended, I could understand the vibe that was getting into the conversation and I could relate many things, and that's how I could answer the question as well. So it was a great session. I think I have to watch in LinkedIn Live so that I can get the essence of it better. So it was a honor to be a part of this team, and I always encourage people to participate. And this time we had Chacko sir, and it is really impressive from his insights. Thank you, sir, for your valuable insights, and we are very lucky to have you today.
Thank you, Uma, and congrats on winning the prize for the question. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Good, good. Thank you so much. So thank you so much, Mr. Nilay, for conducting a wonderful quiz, and for sure that would have really given a thought to everyone to recollect what they have, learned and heard in last 30-35 minutes. So rest of the people, it's an open Q&A, so you can unmute yourself and ask quick questions. So we can have 3 to 4 quick questions from the visitors, and you can ask the question to our guest.
How do I search? I put the lead ID on the AI and search the.
Sorry?
Once the call is. Then
am I audible?
To the new AI, I put it over there and check it over
Arun,
there.
can you unmute the other person?
Can I check in the old AI?
Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah, you are. You are audible.
Chacko ji, it was really great that even I'm a trainer by profession for almost 20 years, so I can connect well.
Wow.
So the question remains that even beyond some passion we discover over a period of life, but in old ages, or probably we need to pursue it after work or during work. What is suggestible? Being realistic and idealistic both, to live life. What do you think, according to you, keeping a 140 crore janta in mind? Probably.
Yeah. See, basically, your job is what provides you with financial stability. So don't mess with that. Correct? What you can do is small things. Most companies have a very big lunch break. In my company, almost let's say from 1 to 2, almost 1 hour. It hardly takes you 15 minutes to eat. 45 minutes of time is wasted by many people simply talking, gossiping, doing things which have no value at all. Okay, you find that also important. Talk to somebody for 15 minutes. Still, you have half an hour time. Can you build the discipline to walk back to your desk? Okay, never use any official resource for pursuing your passion. For example, if you're writing like me, half an hour time is there. Can you take a small notepad and start thinking of some ideas and start writing? So you will have about half an hour. Start like that, right? Now, sometimes people take up to 3 or 4 tea breaks. According to me, if you're drinking 4 coffees, that will totally screw up your health, okay? Have 2 coffees, that's enough. 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon time, that's all. Why do you have to, each time that you go for a coffee break, 15 minutes to 20 minutes is gone, correct? So if you cut 2 of those breaks, you get another half an hour. So if you start like that, you can start doing something. Have a discipline. This time to this time, I will pursue this. That's all. For example, if you're a singer, definitely office half an hour is no use to you. Make a habit of waking up little earlier or little late. Let me give you an example, not only to you, Saurabh, to everyone who's listening. There is this VP of Reliance. Okay. His name is John K. John, and he may be about 53, 54 years old now. At the age of 51, he learned to play the saxophone. And he has released his first CD of saxophone songs. It is never late, correct? And you know what's the discipline he used to make? He wakes up at 4:30 in the morning, finishes all the stuff. He reaches the I mean, recording studio by 6 o'clock. Literally, he opens the shutter of the recording studio, right? One day, if guitarist or some keyboard player didn't come, then he can't record. With great sacrifice, over 4 months, he followed this discipline and he was able to come out with his first CD. You understand? So this is what I'm saying. You always have to take some pain or some effort from your side. And I'm telling you, if you take any effort towards a passion, you will be rewarded, Saurabh. I encourage you strongly. Okay, you have got 20 years of experience in learning and development. You are a perfect guy to write a book or talk about some subject. Okay, just start. You'll be surprised. Boss, this platform on which we are sitting, Prakash's first meeting had only 4 or 5 people on it. Okay, today thousands of people are watching this program, correct? And when he presents it, thousands of people are. You start small, whatever way you can, and take it forward. Okay, I hope that answers your question, Saurabh.
Sure, Chacko ji. Well, that's it. I understood. Discipline and a deep down passion will develop that. We'll surely do that.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Saurabh. So, Mr. M, we have Mr. Saifi sir here. Mr. Saifi sir, you can unmute yourself and ask your quiz question.
Hi, Chacko. Do you remember me?
Oh, of course, Saifi. Good to see you here.
I think I'm seeing you after probably 25 years.
Yeah, I think so.
I can see that
Sure.
you are looking
Sure.
like the young man in the old face. So super delight to see you having grown so much, and you know, and your subject was also very good. It inspired me also.
Thank
So
you, sir. Thank you.
I too have a question, and as well as I have the answer, but I would prefer to just limit it to question so that everybody thinks about it. This word passion, when it is there, lives are, I mean, automatically connects you to well-being. How do people identify their passion? Some people don't even know they are passionate about something.
Very good question, Saifi. Okay. And this is like a tough question to answer in a short way, but still I'll attempt by telling you what it is. How do you find your passion? One way is pay attention to people around you. See, there are always, see, let's say there's a party happening. There are parents shouting to the children, keep quiet, keep quiet, keep quiet. Children are not listening at all. But one uncle there, he stands up and says, children, children, come here, come here, come here. All the children run towards that uncle and they are so disciplined, like as though, I don't know what, this man has got some kind of a magic sway over them. Now, it's very simple. This guy has a way to connect to children which others don't have. If somebody tells him that, hey man, when you come, all the children are quiet here. So see, it's very simple. He can do any kind of business in which he has to handle children. It can be a computer class, it can be a crush, it can be anything. Because by nature, children seem to listen to him. The same thing happens, like, you know, sometimes you will find when there is blood generally, you know, children will run away from that place. Most women will faint, correct? Even I will feel pukish if I see a lot of blood. Huh? It's a fact. But there will be somebody there, the moment they see blood, their first reaction is they don't faint, they don't vomit, nothing. They run immediately, bring cotton and come, okay, to take care of that wound. So one way I'll say is, if you pay attention to people around you, they will tell you that what you are good at. And usually what you are good at is what you enjoy doing is very close to your passion, right? People used to tell me when I'm small also. Saifi, you have also told me many times. I remember those days. You tell me, Chacks, I don't know why. The moment you start talking, everyone has got his eyes on you. It is not the voice. You don't have an Amitabh Bachchan voice. It is not good looks. You don't look like a film star. But the moment your voice is heard, everybody just looks at you. Correct? Now, I realized quite later that this is a gift. A lot of people told me the same thing. Sometimes in very, hey, macha, nee pesana and the ponnu kekudra. I mean, see, to tell you simple way, when you speak, that girl is listening, man. When I talk, that girl is coming to hit me. I don't know why she's listening to you. Now, this way I come to know that, okay, speaking is something that if I pursue, I can do well in it. Okay. And that's how I understand, by listening to people around you. The second thing is technical. Okay. Saifi, you know that, and I know that. There are a lot of psychometric tests available. If you do the test honestly, see, this is again a point. You try to make the answer idealistic, you won't get a proper result from the test. Take any test, Myers-Briggs, Carl Jung, anything. If you do the test honestly, it will give you one insight on this is the way you think, this is the type of person you are, and that can help you to find your passion. Okay, again, endless others also, but I thought for this paucity of time, now these two things: one, listening to people around you; second, do any free psychometric test. Lot of free tests are available online. It can help you to understand, okay, yeah, this is what the test says, that if I pursue with whatever answers I've given, I'll be happy. You're very correct. Many people in India never understand this at all, right? I lost 5 years of my life because I was forced to study science and management. Before I did that in the 11th standard, I've never failed in my life. But thank God for the, because of that experience, it's made me stronger. Once I started studying my subject, with very limited studying, I excelled in it. Today, people call me sometimes because of the degrees I have. Double postgraduate degree holder in marketing and HR. People say, I died doing one MBA. How did you do two MBAs? Very simple. Yeah, I love the subject that I'm studying. So it was not like studying at all. It was no strain at all. I was working in a company, just read my book for 1 or 2 hours a day, and I got distinction in all the subjects that were there. Correct? So passion is a tough call. But like you said, no, if you work on it, you can realize your passion. I didn't know I can write. Especially, I'm telling you the type of writing which I do. It's some of it will be very personal. A lot of writers do not disclose anything personal in their writings. Okay, I am not ashamed of going into my past and digging up some incident. I think that's what makes the books special also. Okay, it has got some personal insight, and you will start thinking, if it happens to him, it can happen to me. Right? Passion is a tough call, Saifi. I hope my answer is useful and beneficial to others. There's two ways you can immediately have an insight. Pay attention to what people around you are telling you. Second thing, yes, go for something technical. Do a psychometric test. Try to understand how you think. Okay, a guy who can think very logically will be very good in computers. You will find it very easy because computer is completely logic. What follows what? If it says you're creative, yeah, you would love something creative like writing or making a brochure, making a good display, ad industry, all this. You can find it, yet you can find your passion. If you spend some time towards it, you can find what is it that you're really good at. That may be close to your passion. No guarantee that that is your passion, but you can be close to it, right? I'll just give you one small example and close, Saifi. Some people say, what's the big deal here? Mother Teresa was helping lepers. What's the big deal? I'll tell you what's the big deal. If I see a leper, I will drop a coin like this into the plate. Isn't it? The beggar is showing the plate. You drop it. You make sure you'll try not to touch the person. Correct? But Mother Teresa took that person, cleaned that person, bathed that person, took care of that person till that person dies a decent death. Hey, you and me cannot do this, boss. That is passion. That is passion. Okay, we can feel pity, but helping physically you will not do because you're not passionate. She was passionate about that, reaching out directly to people. I hope this gave you some good answers and good way to think. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Chacko. Indeed, you answered much more than, of course, only small differences that maybe this is not a forum to do that session now. I'm thinking about when people do not have that environment where they will be recognized, they have to identify their passion and in fact dislodge themselves from the environment to pursue it. So it's inspired passion, and maybe we should have another session
Sure, sure. Always ready to discuss deep things, Saifi, and you're a very deep thinker. It helps me to grow too. Thank you so much.
Lovely, Chacko. We will
Thank you
connect.
so much, Saifi sir. Thank you for the quick question. So let's have one last question. Miss Vasvi, you can unmute yourself and ask your quick question, please.
Good evening, everyone. And I would like to start off with a thank to TML lead Vija training. The way you have brought such a good person here. Not a second. I was like out of my focus. And in between I got disconnected, which I was feeling very bad. But thanks to Mr. Jacob, I mean, you are a wonderful person, I should say. And the
Thank
way
you,
you
ma'am.
have nailed it, I mean, the way you took the session, every word, everything came out of your mouth is just worth listening. No, and since this topic has come up regarding passion, I have a passion of learning music, actually, Carnatic classical music. And I have tried 3 times, professional working, as well as I'm a working mother of one. And, I don't like to have any cook or help for household stuff. So I do everything all by myself mostly. And because of that, I don't get time for this passion. But after listening to this session, I guess I will start going for my passion. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. They'll say, I mean, it's like I'm in somewhere else, actually, the way you have took up the session.
Thank you, Vasavi, and I'm sure you can do it. Okay, just
I
build a discipline, build a practical time where you can do it. Find some center close by to you. Whatever is it, an instrument that you want to play or you want to learn
The
singing?
vocal.
Find.
Vocal. I'm
Huh?
into vocal, actually. I'm into
Vocal.
vocal. Yeah.
Good, man. Very good. You have a powerful voice. You can do well.
Thank you
So
so
you
much.
find somebody near you who can teach you when it is not. See, there's always a time. No, like in my house, when the children come back, they do the homework, all that. Then when it becomes around 7, they're like little free, then around 8 o'clock dinner. So around 1 hour in between somewhere, 45 minutes. If you can go nearby for a class and come back. Okay. And once you have done the classes and you're confident enough, sing something which can make a difference. Okay.
Yeah.
You have got a very good voice. You can definitely be a very good singer.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so
Follow
much.
your passion.
Yes,
Don't
And
give up.
I too endorse this, Vasavi. You have
sorry?
a good voice. I too endorse Chacko's view. You have a good voice, and maybe we should simply practice.
Sure. I would love to. And also, I would, I mean, this has inspired me so much, and I'm pretty sure whoever watches this video will get inspired. So thanks for inspiring so many of them. And it's almost 7:30, and you're with such a kind of positive energy. I mean, I have seen that with Prakash, I've seen that with Arul, and a very few. And you have surprised me, actually.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vasvi. Thank you. So as already we are crossing 7:30, I'll invite our summary leader, Mr. Senthil Kumar. So Senthil sir, over to you for a quick summary, and then we are going to have a quick word of thanks, and then I hand it over to Shahrukh for a quick networking. Senthil sir, happy to see you.
Happy to see you. Actually, even I've missed you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Pankaj, and thank you, Arul, thank you, Vasavi, and thank you, Jacob. Today, mesmerizing session, what we really thoroughly enjoyed. Add on to what Vasavi said. So our time keeps pressing. Let me keep my long summary shorter. So we were talking about passion versus profession and passion with profession. Looks like passion with profession makes more meaning because passion is something which we do without any intention, and profession is something which we do with expectation to feed our family or to manage our livelihood. When it comes to the realistic and idealistic situation, we also discussed with some few examples about Prabhudeva, how he was able to survive by his director skills, and how he was able to sustain with his passion through dance skill. If without dance, he said that he will die. So this was really a very great analogy. And also to add on to this, you also inspired your own son to unleash or ignite his hidden talent of calligraphy through your autobiography book, first book. To add on to this, your time was very precious in your career, which has helped you to unlock two books. One is USA, unlock your selling ability. Other is TR2R, that is think right to riches. So all the situations of your life, you said that music helps to reduce stress. And today, if you see the whole through the session, you were really standing and your face was really smiling with full energy. In spite of all situation, all circumstances, the energy has never even come down. So these are the really inspiring quality for us, Jacob. And lastly, but not least, you said about the discipline. So when we talked about discipline, I was able to resonate it with the discipline is a bridge between our goal and accomplishment, as underlined from Jim Rohn. And when we talked about the age situation, about the vice president John, who was playing saxophone at the age of 51, it also still resonates with the quote that you are never too old to set another goal or a dream for a new dream, by Jim Lewis. So these two quotes were really a more powerful quote, which was able to connect with today's message, what you have inspired here. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Pankaj. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Senthil sir, for being so quick and summarizing the entire session. Thank you so much. So I would like to invite Ms. Uma for the vote of thanks, and when we can have an official thanking video to all our visitors and to Mr. Jacob, our guest of honor. Jacob sir, thank you so much, and I would also love to be connect with you on LinkedIn, and let's see how I can inspire myself more from the inspiring words of yours. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Pankaj sir, for the wonderful sum up of the entire session, and thank you, Senthil sir, for the wonderful summary. I would like to give a vote of thanks for the session. Like wisely said by Chacko sir, passion is the fire that fuels your soul, while profession is the vessel that channels your purpose into the world. When they converge, you not only work for a living, but live for your working. So it's such an insight that you don't find it anywhere else, not even in some good management book, because it comes out of his own experience. So before me sharing about the next week episode, let me quickly share again the purpose of the community. For the visitors who are attending for the first time, Leaders Connect 360 is a hybrid model leadership community where every Wednesday from 6:30 p.m. to 7:15 p.m., we invite a top management leader from a reputed corporate company to suggest some solutions for our real-time leadership challenges, like the experience we had today from our guest, Mr. Chacko sir. Kindly follow social media platforms to get updates. It's very simple to join our community. Do click on the below social media links given in the chat box. It gives me an immense pleasure to thank our chief guest, Mr. Chacko Jacob, and panel discussion leader, Ms. Nirupama Guha, for spending your valuable time in sharing your experience and insights. So I thank you from bottom of my heart for making this episode a grand success, and over to you, Arul, for the thanking video.
Thank you, Ms. Suma. Thank you so much for the word of thanks. Arul, can we have a quick thank you video, please? Thank you, Arul. Thank you, Jacob sir. Thank you for being there.